adaptable, helping them, getting them to understand who do I want to be, what am I living for, and who am I living for. Take your phones out, take a picture. These are questions you want to ask yourself, and these are questions you want to guide your child to answer throughout their middle school and high school years. They might leave you not having the answers, but if they begin to think about who do I want to be, that's going to help them make the decisions about, does this party help me get there? Does this friend help me get there? Does this bottle of whatever help me get there? Not what do I want to be, who do I want to be? Finding these answers for themselves will be the hardest thing you have to do. Because we want to protect, we want to tell them, oh, Jack, you are so good at this. I think you should be, blah, 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 blah. Katie, you have this gift. I think you should follow up on this. Matthew, stop being so sensitive. You need to not worry about that. That's all things I see in my children, and I want to tell them. Well, as soon as I say it, they turn it off. And they set out to prove me wrong. If I would just allow them, be reflective, ask them the questions, who do you want to be? Does joining that team match up with that? Does your attitude at practice help you be who you want to be? They have the answers for themselves. You're just guiding them along. They must see this authenticity in you. They must see this honesty in you. But then they also need to see it in other adults. You have to surround them with other adults that you trust. Because they're going to turn to those people before they want to come back to you. There's an author, Christian Smith, he's a sociologist. And in Bob and my world, we hear about these kind of people all the time that do studies on kids and religion. And he set out to do this study, nothing from a religious perspective, but children and religion. He studied every religion all over the country. And he was so fascinated by the answers that he got from Catholic kids, he devoted a whole book, because we are so messed up. Not in a good way, because the Catholic kids were so confused about their purpose and what they believe and all of this. And what he came down to is what he said was, parents are necessary, not sufficient. We try to do it all for our kids. We try to be everything for them. And it is successful in a religion, go on to make the religion their own. Kids who do that, parents are absolutely necessary. If the parent wasn't making religion important, chances are the kids won't. But if they only see it in the parent and they're not surrounded by other adults that are doing so, they're never going to make it. Never going to make it. So you have to find like-minded adults that you trust and say, here's my kid. Tell me when you've seen them doing something wrong. Stop them from doing it. Check in with them. Encourage them. Call them out when they're not doing the right thing. I know I had a true friend when I got a phone call. I was in New Jersey and visiting my mom and dad my dad had hip surgery, so I was there for a couple weeks. And I got a phone call from a friend, and my son was home. He was in high school at the time. He was home. My husband was home. Matt goes off to work. Jack's supposed to go off to school. My girlfriend calls me, hey, I saw Jack's cute little girlfriend this morning. Why? Did you see? Where? Oh, she was running across the street from her car. Thank you. Pick up the phone, call my husband, tell him he called Jack, found out what the situation was. If I didn't create a relationship with my friend, that I trusted her, and that I asked her to be watching for my son, how many of you would have taken that phone call? There was a time when I maybe would have taken that phone call and made an excuse. And been so worried about what she thought of me as a mother that she would have probably never made the call. But that probably saved a really bad situation from happening because my friend cared enough